I'm trying to track down a poacher who's hunting around here.
That's an important mission. But sorry, I don't know nothing about it.
I want to ask you something anyway.
Better me than the neighbours anyway. Especially Pavlik's old woman. Have you talked to her?
No, I haven't spoken to her. Why?
That's good. For sure she and her old man would tell you I'm the poacher.
They would? Why?
Those Pavliks ain't very nice folk. Old Pavlik ain't too bad, but that wife of his... I don't know why, but all of a sudden she thinks I'm the root of all evil.
I see. I imagine it's not easy living next to them. Still, I'd like to ask you a few questions anyway. Maybe you know something that could help.
As you like.
How's trade?
It's going well. There's demand.
Who do you sell most to?
Depends. I take everything to Troskowitz and there I see what's what. But the better hides go for fancy shoes and clothes. Things for the gentry and that.
Where'd you get the hides? From some suspicious fellas in the forest?
No, I ain't like that. I have an agreement with the huntsmen and their hands, who bring me what they hunt. But it's not that often. They don't bring much. And not the best stuff neither. More often they bring me hides from the village. They butcher animals and skin them and everything is processed. I do the hides.
So you're a tanner? Only a fool would think he wouldn't find hides at your place.
Indeed. Trade's good, so I've got a lot of various quality and origin. I don't bother with envious folks.
Why did the Pavliks hate you so much?
I don't know. But if Prague was to go up in flames, the Pavliks would run straight to the bailiff and swear it was me what did it.
Did you have some falling out with them?
Nothing I know of. We never talk much. I'm not the kind of fella that's at the centre of things. I like my peace and quiet.
Well, still seems odd to me, though.
You're telling me? At least you don't have to live next to them.
Have you seen any tracks left by the poacher?
I haven't. I wouldn't even know what to look for.
You know, animal carcasses, guts, a camp in the woods.
Ah, I see. No, I ain't seen nothing. I don't go walking in the woods much. At most, I go to Troskowitz for hides. Or to the village here to the north.
I don't know of any village that way. What's it called?
It's pretty far. I call it Upper on account of it being uphill.
Have you any idea where the poacher might be hiding out?
God knows. It's all deep forest, so he could be anywhere. Maybe somewhere close to the game he poaches.
Yeah, that's good thinking. Do you know of any place like that?
Well, not far from here there's a clearing in the hills where we used to go to watch deer. But I don't know if any stags goes there anymore.
I didn't know that. If I can't think of anything better, I'll go and take a look.
But don't get your hopes up.
Thanks. That's all.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Vostatek charged me with rooting out the poacher causing trouble round here. Have you seen or heard anything suspicious?
You bet I have. The tanner's the poacher.
I've already talked to the tanner. He had a feeling you'd accuse him.
Too bloody right.
Poaching's a serious accusation. Are you sure he's the poacher?
I'm sure. He earns much too much coin for an ordinary tanner.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poaching, though.
He's rolling in it. He can't have that from honest work. Why else would he head off into the forest every other week, eh? If it ain't him, it's someone in league with him. Someone who lives in Witch's Copse.
Witch's Copse?
There's a path behind our outhouse. If you go along it for a while, you'll come to a cross in the forest. And north of that, there's this big clearing. And Witch's Copse is beyond that. Folk are afraid to go there. It's guarded by old pagan idols.
Interesting. Have you got any proof that the tanner is poaching?
Did you see all them hides?
The tanner's a tanner. So he has hides. What of it?
Exactly. You saw he ain't afraid of putting them on show. Even buckskin. He knows if he puts them on show, nobody'll question it. He wouldn't be so suspicious. But you know what I'd like to know? What's he got hidden in his workshop, eh? Apart from hides.
Have you ever seen the tanner poaching with your own two eyes?
I haven't actually seen him, but I'm quite sure it's him. I just know it. I'll gladly confirm it, even to a judge.
I'm afraid that won't be enough when there's no material proof. Where does your hatred for the tanner come from?
I beg your pardon? You come here asking questions, and you're impertinent to boot.
Sorry, I didn't mean it to sound bad.
Is there an 11th commandment? That I have to love every vagabond who moves in next door? I couldn't give a damn about him, if you want to know. He lives like a king, and he never done us any good. And he's always making nasty faces at me, like, ha, look at you, you beggar.
I understand. He's a bastard.
Aye.
So the tanner does well out of his trade?
Does well. He's on the pig's back, and no one ever made that kind of coin out of tanning hides. It'd be a miracle if he wasn't guilty.
Or maybe he's just very skilled.
Skilled my arse, you numbskull. He's a puffed-up idiot, a botcher, and a bastard.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Be sure and check him out. And don't forget he's a crook.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks for the advice and all the information.
You're quite welcome. Justice must be done. Take care now.
You're the kind master, eh, Mutt? silly doggy.
I'm here again on account of that poacher.
I see. What's on your mind?
That's all that occurs to me.
Good luck with your search.
Greetings to you.
Show me your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not? Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you, sir. And come again.
I'll have a look at the wares. Word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try. Finally, a reasonable sum. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
weather. Do you mean that old ball and chain of yours? If I was under her, I reckon I would...
Greetings to you. What would you like, sir?
What's new around here?
Siegfried the herdsboy was here. He was complaining that wolves keep taking his sheep. And then one of the local shepherds told me one of his sheep strayed off into Apollonia. When he went to look for it, he came across some cutthroats' camp, far north, past Apollonia. You'd better watch your back around these parts.
What's next?
And besides that, imagine, some footpad tricked a bunch of charcoal burners into robbing with him. Their camp is in the forest near Vidlak Pond.
What's that footpad's name?
They call him Handsome Charlie.
What's next?
And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
Fucker up like an old rag and cutting his balls off. So I searched the house, high and
Excuse
low.
me?
Guess what I found? Fuck all. But I know she had someone there. The next time the door is stuck shut like that, I'll climb through the window and knock that prick out on the spot.
What are you skulking around for, you crook? Good afternoon.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arseface?
I'm sorry, Stenyak. I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. But you were right about the stories. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of Groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love, and 3 impossible tasks he had to undertake to win her heart. He had to bring her the sweetest wine, tame the wildest horse, and make a crown with the rarest gem.
And then? What happened when he'd done all 3?
The lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Ho! A raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a whole evening. Add a wicked stepmother, that sort of thing. It'll be a hit. And now, I'll tell you a tale in return. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
Wait, Matthias threw the silver axe back? What a fool! He could have sold it.
A fool, you say? You'd better listen well. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth, so he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself, so he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one." But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Oh, that's so cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against a big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe, then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. Farewell, good sir.
Look what I have for you.
What? Fuck off! I'll get you!
Go fuck yourself!
You never saw that coming.
Good day.
Good doggy. Good boy.
I'm glad to see you like it. Do you want another?
What?
Good evening. What do you need?
I'll have a look at your wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
I suppose we could give it a try.
Do you accept?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal.
You're bleeding me dry, you know that.
What? Is this your first time haggling? We won't get nowhere at this rate, lad.
I could go for that price.
Thank you, and come again, sir.
One beer.
Here, mutt.
Hey, Hans!
Are you talking to me?
Who else? Kudenberg, Hangman's Halter? You really don't remember? Back already, Hans? I thought you'd be gone a lot longer.
Do we know each other?
Of course. It's me, Joachim. We met in Kuttenberg. We had that row about who had the right to a better pitch at the market. We nearly crossed swords at the cattle market in the morning. But come evening, we were getting boozed up together at the hangman's halter. You more than me, I reckon, seeing as you don't remember.
I'm not Hans. I'm Henry.
Yeah, right, Hans. And I'm King Sigismund.
Where is it exactly I'm supposed to be coming back from?
You said you were off to Germany to sell your wares. I gave you some trinkets to see if you have any luck hawking them for me there. Didn't you go in the end?
You're a trader, then?
Not quite, Hans. Just a plain old huckster, like yourself.
Where do you get the goods you sell in Kuttenberg?
Wherever I can, Hans. Wherever I can. Every now and then I meet a merchant on the road who's happy to trade with me. Other times I bump into a craftsman in some backwater who makes quality stuff that doesn't cost the earth. So I peddle my wares around the country.
How's business?
It's been better. Luckily, there are still enough people in Kuttenberg who aren't living hand to mouth, but they still chafe at the prices, even though I haven't put them up in years.
I'm curious to see your wares.
Wares? Trinkets and baubles, more like. But something might catch your eye.
A large beer for me.
God grant you health.
Look what I have for you. Come here!
Good day. God bless.
Are you going to do what we call? Look what I have for you.
Here, Matt. Search. Sick! Come here! Here's another camp. There's nobody here now. I could take a look around the area, or just wait for the camper. Nice camp. All these hides and gutted deer.
Eh? Fucking hell!
Gamekeeper Vostatek has been looking for you.
What does he want? The garlic I harvest here?
He wants us to go and see the Troskowitz bailiff together.
I ain't going. I'd rather croak out here in the forest. So keep your distance.
Listen, I want to give you a chance to think again about what you're doing here. You may have had a good run, but that's over now. So take it like a man and stop talking bollocks about garlic.
Kurva. So it really is all over.
We're going to see the bailiff.
All right.
Vostatek told you I might be bringing you some poachers. So here's one for you. He chose the forest round Vidlak Pond.
No, please!
It's too late for begging. You're for the noose. Scum. You were in Semin with von Burgo's soldiers. My only daughter. You murderer!
I'm sorry.
Sorry! How can you even stand before me?
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. And then there's this gang of bandits giving me trouble. Their leader is some fella called Kanka. I hear they're robbing all along the road from here to Nabokov Mill. Someone says they have a camp in the Troskowitz Gorge. I'd like to take him out myself, but it's rough terrain and I don't want to risk it. And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
God bless you.
Quick! God! Quick!
Whoa.
Blessings to you. Henry, it's good to see you. Listen, would you like to stop by sometime? After all that's happened, I could really use someone to talk to.
Sure. I'll stop by when I have the time. I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some arsehole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised.
You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only proper gamekeeper around here is me. But Nabokov has a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh. And what's his name?
Varel, as in barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nebokov Mill. Keep an eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about if it's still troubling him.
Well, you got me curious. Thanks for the tip.
You have a kind master, hey, doggy?
So much dust.
Ja!
Quick!
Ja!
Go!
Whoa!
Do you remember me?
Blimey. You're the idiot who told me I didn't have to worry about the wild beasts, because you killed them all. Like fuck you did.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied to you.
Blimey. All right. I forgive you. In fact, I might have another job for you. If you're up for it. Some wolves are killing my sheep again. I'll make it worth your while, if you get to the bottom of it.
All right. I'll help.
Blimey, you're a great fella. Just yesterday, they tore one apart over there on the path. See if they left any tracks. And when you find the bloodthirsty beasts, kill them all. May I finally have peace from them. But I don't want no repeat of last time. I won't believe you till you bring me their ears as proof. See you soon, my friend.
This must be the slaughtered sheep. Mutt won't have any trouble tracking them down. Search.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Sick! Sick! I mustn't forget their ears. Here, Mutt. Go!
Whoa! 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 You silly doggy.
About the wolves.
Ah, I was just wondering if you'd be bringing me good news. Are they done for?
Aye, they are. Here's the proof.
So many of them. Blimey, you're a true hero. You deserve a reward. If you feel like helping some more herds boys, young Smoljik tends his flock between Tachov and Troskowitz. Or old Stanislav. You'll find him near the forest west of Troskowitz. I'm certain they'll be pleased to see you. Farewell, good sir.
Ka! Quick! Quick! Ka! Ka!
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Hail, Pilgrim. If it's good company you're after, that's one thing we're never short of.
God bless you.
Careful!
Oh, you pooch.
Have you been hunting?
What's it to you, lad?
Well, you're seasoned hunters, that much I can tell. But I don't think the local lord would be so understanding.
Well, you're mistaken. We're no poachers. But truth be told, no. I wouldn't expect him to be very understanding. Especially not now. What with that beast on the loose.
What do you mean, a beast? A wolf? One of those majestic loners that require skilled hunters?
If only. It's already snatched infants and slaughtered 2 maidens. Babes were nowhere to be found. The maidens were shredded to pieces. But when I saw them, I tell you, that was no wolf.
What was it then?
Nobody's caught a good look at it. All I know is that it's been happening in these parts.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Help? Thanks, but I don't think so. We'll find Hans and bring down that beast. But if I may offer some advice, stay on the path and don't stray from it.
Oh, you must be well trained for this kind of hunt. Is there anything you can teach me? Or perhaps we could just practice our marksmanship?
No. Practice is the key to wisdom, or whatever they say. What's it to be? Longbow or crossbow?
I quite fancy trying crossbow.
All right. What do you feel up to? Because it's not going to be free.
Hang on. I'll see how much I have. Yeah, here it is. So, can we start?
Wait a while until I get the other archers. Meanwhile, you can get ready and wait for the signal. Take your places. Let them fly!
I'd like to compete at archery.
Again? But you only finished shooting a while ago. What's it to be? Longbow or crossbow?
Crossbow. That's the best fun.
All right. What do you feel up to? Because it's not going to be free.
Hang on. I'll see how much I have. Yeah, here it is. So, can we start?
Wait a while until I get the other archers. Meanwhile, you can get ready and wait for the signal. Archers, get set. Now!
I'm doing pretty well today. A shitty 2 points again. I'm doing pretty well today. Almost a bullseye. Sacra. Almost a bullseye. Who's the greatest of them all? Who, eh?
You want to shoot someone? Put it away! Stop fooling around! You were starting to scare me.